So the family members that we are currently parked in the yard of had some wonderful sage that they were growing that was fully taking over and about to flower, so they were nice enough to say, oh yeah, take as much as you need, just make us a sage stick. That is a fair trade-off, I do say so myself. So we tied them up and hung them from the ceiling to let them dry and get all of the oils down into the leaves. And we left them up there a little bit longer than they should have been. So they're a little more crispy, as you can see as I try to break them apart. I wanted a small sage stick and a large sage stick so that I could use them, one for a campfire and then one for burning in the house. I took some cotton thread, tied off the end of all the sticks of the sage together so that they would stay together, and then I wrapped them around to keep them in a nice little tight bundle. Did that same thing with the second stick, which was a little more difficult because the leaves were very crunchy and just threatening to just crumble into 1,000 bits. So you have to be a little careful if you're going to be like me and be stupid and leave them up to dry a little bit longer than you should. So after they were all bundled, I decided to add a little bit of peppermint essential oil so that I could have a little extra pump in the smell, especially when I want to use it for keeping away mosquitoes. And that's one of the big reasons I really love sage sticks, is it keeps away the horrible bloodsuckers that make me itch. Added a little bit much of the peppermint oil, but you know what, live and learn.
I can see the outline of your head.
Ready?
Yeah, just go for it.
Oh, wow.
Ha.
Woo! Woo! So here we are, the dead of night, the glowing fire, the burning sage, and not a mosquito in sight. It burned really quick, probably because it, like I said, was a lot crispier than it should have been. You don't want to let it get that crispy because, like I said, it just burst into flames. But I think if you didn't let it get as crispy as we did, then yours will probably burn a lot slower, and you probably shouldn't just toss it directly into the coals. Probably set it to the side, let it smolder a little bit. So, do you have a bunch of wooden utensils in your house that, while very functional, are also kind of boring? Well, I was tooling around the kitchen during, you know, all of this stay at home, and I decided these were just too boring for me. So I hopped on the old internets and picked up some designs that I really enjoyed, traced them out with a pencil, and then proceeded to wood burn each individual utensil. And this was my first try, and I have to say, I've wood burned things before, but this was very difficult, mainly because my boob kept turning down the heat. And it was hard to get the depth that I wanted. So I kind of let Roman take over there for a minute because I just got too annoyed and could not keep going with it. Also, you needed a different head on there. That long, pointy one right there, you needed to change it out for the little smaller one. A little bit more heat. So I went with this lovely symbol here. Those of you who know. And then I etched out some nice little line designs. Like, straight lines are a lot easier to do with our specific wood burning tool because ours was the best, cheapest one. So I would say if you're going to go about it, just choose some really simple designs for your first ones. But overall, I think they turned out really nice. They have a nice creativity to them that just says that they're mine. And Roman's, of course. Overall, they're really, really freaking pretty, and I enjoy using them even more now because they are unique to us. So I've just started whip out my paints and started painting some random murals in the cab area. I wanted to write out this saying, and And I started out doing a basic sun with my paint pens, and then I started whipping out the paintbrush because I thought it would look better and more textured. And it kind of went off the rails here when I tried to make it look like a realistic sun. I don't know. Roman likes it. I'm on the fence. I honestly don't really love it, but I think it's okay. I added some trees there at the end too, just to fill up that blank space, and I think it turned out really nice. Now this, I started out just painting a picture, just sort of evolved from there. I added the saying and the vines and everything like that, and I was going to continue the vines to the other side, but I just liked how they were their own little murals on the cab area. When I was wandering around again over the microwave, looked really boring, like it just so plain, and all I had was a postcard tacked above it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna draw something fun for the kitchen area. So I found this saying online, "Stay a wild moon child," and I loved it. Painting on your own walls as an adult is fun, and also you kind of feel naughty, like you're doing something wrong, because you know when you're a kid you're yelled at for doing that stuff. You're an adult, you can do it whenever you want, and it's kind of awesome. I highly recommend it. I realized I had this peace sign that I had gotten for Christmas. It was meant for you to do something fancy with it, and so...
You're gonna want to use a screwdriver, maybe?
What time is it again?
Like 12:30.
Oh, I do my best work at night.
You're like a bat.
I am secretly a bat. I would love to be a bat. There we go. I should not have left this out in the rain. Alright.
Sounds like a good idea.
See, it's like already stained like on the ends.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, why didn't they just complete this? I mean, I guess they were like, oh, somebody can paint it. Here, wait, I got it. There we go.
I think it's good.
Alright. I like the stain better than if I was going to paint it, to be honest.
Yeah. Stain's cool.
Yay. Oh. Would it be weird if we like went into the bushes and trimmed branches? Do you think? I need branches for part of my project.
Right, you want to do it right now?
I mean, I do, but I also really don't want to get the cops called on us in the middle of the night.
And that's what's going to happen. And that was fun.
I may or may not have done a lot of these projects in the dead of night because I do better artistical work at night, I guess. And our spoons look cooler, and now I've got cooler wall art, and I think that maybe in a later video I'm going to take that peace sign I stained, and I'm going to take some actual tree branches and twist some moons on it, and maybe put those on either side of it. Stay tuned, we'll see what happens with that. But overall, if you're bored, or you've got extra time, or whatever you're trying to do to get through quarantine, just look around your house. There is some little projects around that you have just been thinking about doing.
Don't go out and buy anything. Just use whatever you have in your house to do arts and crafts.
Make as many art projects as you possibly can. Who knows? By the end of all of this, we might have some really fancy craft shows with a whole new aesthetic.
Ooh.
Quarantine fashion, quarantine haircuts, obviously, because you can all see my lovely quarantine hairstyle with all the purple out.
The era of post-quarantine modern art.
Yes, I love it. Hunker down, stay safe, find some art projects, read a book, listen to music.
And we'll see you on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll see all of you on YouTube. So, see you later, humans, and toodles noodles.